Hello and welcome to an Eldritch Moon draft here on Chief MTG. This is the first Eldritch Moon draft I'm recording, though it's not the first one I've played. So for this pack, I think we have a few pretty strong options. Not a fan of Permeating Mass as a rare, so we won't be looking at that. Faith Unbroken is some pretty good removal. Though I do think enchantment removal is a little bit weak in the format because there's a few sacrifice outlets. Norwood Dryad is just a pretty strong creature. Ride Down is a good spell if you're going to be in a sort of red-white beatdown deck, but obviously being a gold card, we don't take it that early. Of the commons aren't exceptional. Grafrax can be good if you pick up Midnight Scavengers. Waxing Moon's good obviously if you're in the werewolf deck, and Terrarians are usually good Delirium enabler. I think I'm going to take the Norwood Dryad here though. I'm just not sure about enchantment removal and how strong it is in the format. I think the Dryad's a safer pick. Okay, so Savage Alliance is a pretty good spell. I think pretty much all the Escalate cards are playable. Grizzled Angler is a card I've not played with yet. It looks like it could be pretty good. You do need some colourless creature cards to make it flip, and there's no Devoid in this set, obviously. Geist, fine if you're in a Delirium deck. I think we might get this Savage Alliance though. Okay, well there's a Galvanic Bombardment in the pack, which is a good sign. Galvanic Bombardment's just a good card, and it gets better in multiples. I like this Subjugator Angel. Quite expensive, but it's quite a good effect for finishing the game. Chilling Grasp is a perfectly good spell. I've been quite impressed with Wretched Griff. And Succumb to Temptation is instant speed card draw, which is something that blue doesn't seem to get these days, so the fact it's in black is quite strong. I think we're just going to take the Galvanic Bombardment. You can pick up as many of these as you want, you're going to be happy. Worth noting that I think Alchemist Greeting isn't as strong as it looks. You need Madness outlets. It's not the same as, for example, Boulder Salvo was with Surge. Madness is much harder to get. Okay, so a couple of picks here. Boon of Emrakul is solid removal. Ulvenwald Captive. Ramp is usually good in any limited format. It's no change here, especially when it's effectively a mana dork, which can have some late game relevance. I think we probably do want to take the Ulvenwald Captive here. All the cards in the pack. Droskel Shieldmate is a pretty decent card. Bloodbriar is good in the right deck. I think we'll take the Captive. I quite like this Brazen Wolves. 2/3/3's sort of just about subpar value. But when it attacks, it's a 4/3. It's a wolf, so it gets benefits from that. I think it's certainly better than Bold Impaler. And I don't think Mark of Crusader is enough of a reason to want to go into black, so I think we'll just stay with this Brazen Wolves. Okay, well blue seems open. And I know in the drafts I've done so far, blue's always seemed open. I will say I'm not its biggest fan. I think here though we might take Slashweed Lurker. But at the moment we're unlikely to be sort of a Delirium deck for Scour. Enlightened Maniac's fine. Spontaneous Mutations should be seen as more of a combat trick, but I think we'll take this Slashweed Lurker. I think all the emerge cards are good. So picking up emerge cards is always going to be fine. again, we've got the choice here. Mockumentary is fine, but it's always going to be more of a sideboard card. If to the Horrid Swarm, it is relatively nice. But I think if we're taking another Brazen Wolves here, I think we're more likely to play red right now. It means we're sticking to like a wolf theme, so we can get a few payoffs for that. So, okay, there's not that much for us here. I don't think this card is as unplayable as some other people say, but I certainly don't think it's... I think it might have some niche sideboard slots, but I think we're just going to take a Terrarian here. Unlikely we play it, but if we do want to go into like a Delirium based deck, Terrarian would be useful. Actually, as would Crop Sigil. So yeah, let's go with Crop Sigil. I think, like I say, unlikely we want to play it, but if we do want Delirium, it's the one we want. Okay, we're going to go with a Waxing Moon here. If we get enough sort of flip wolves, that's going to be nice. Probably just take the Weirded Vampire here. I think it's the best card. Okay, well, personally I don't think Wolfkin Bond is a playable card, so we're going to take Retigriff. I'll take Prophetic Ravings. Again, I don't think we play it, but maybe if we really need Madness Enablers. Grapple with the Past again, if we want to be like a Delirium deck. Grapple is good for that. I think right now we're looking... we're going to sort of be red-green beatdowns. We'll see what Pack 2 brings. Okay. Well, Bloodhall Priest. I think it's quite a strong card if you're in the right colours. We're not in black red, so we won't be taking it. I do think Castic Prowler is a very nice pickup though. It works well with like a turn 2 Waxing Moon. It's like an aggressive 1-drop, so I think it's quite a good pickup here. There isn't actually that much else in the pack for us. Swift Spinner is certainly playable. Stencia Innkeeper probably isn't. And again, Mockery of Nature I think is more of a sideboard card. So, worth noting we didn't see any more Galvanic Bombardments. This is a card you will play one of, but obviously it gets much more powerful if you start picking up 2, 3, 4 of it. Okay, well, Incendiary Flow is a pretty nice pickup here. There's some pretty strong cards in this pack. I think Advanced Stitchwing is good. Any card with Recursion always seems fine. Executor of Sin, pretty useful. Choking Restraints, again, enchantment based removal. Ingenious Scabs, probably one of the best blue commons. So first take inventory I can recall seeing, but this is another one of those cards that you want to pick up as many of as you can. We're just going to take Incendiary Flow. Solid burn spell. So right now we have 1, 2, 3 removal spells. Savage Alliance only does 2 damage to 1 creature, or 1 damage to each creature. I suppose it can do 3 damage to 1 creature if you pay 4. So here, there's not really any cards which go into our sort of strategy. We're not really a sacrifice strategy for Bloodbriar, and Thermal Alchemist is more interested in playing instants and sorceries. So this pick's interesting. I think I might just go for Bloodbriar. A 2/3 for 3 is acceptable in limited, and hopefully we'll be able to pick a few emerge creatures. We've got this Lashweed Lurker, but it's not really a format where you can splash. The fixing isn't great. I think we take this Hamlet Captain here. So we don't have any humans right now, I don't think. But going into pack 3, other werewolves are humans. I'm going to have 2 for 2, it's fine. Certainly better than Bold Impaler. Crossroads Consecrator could be useful, but I think we just want the captain here. Okay, so now we have an actual werewolf to pick up in Vildimpack Outcast. We have a Alchemist Greeting, but we're really not a Madness deck. And otherwise, it's just 5 mana, 4 damage spell, and I don't think that's very good. Whereas I think the Outcast is actually quite good. So I think it's the pick here. Also, we do have 1 Waxing Moon to flip it early if we want. Okay. There's only 2 cards for us here in our colours. To be fair, cards here aren't exceptional. I think Ironclad Slayer is pretty good. Exultant Cultist is obviously a great card to sacrifice to emerge. It's another Take Inventory we've seen, but I think we're just going to take the Trick in our colours. I don't think this card's great by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's a playable, but one we'd prefer not to have to play. Okay, we're going to be able to pick up a Swift Spinner, which I'm quite happy about. Usually these kind of decks struggle with flyers. Swift Spinner will help us with that. Ooh, another Ulvenwald Captive. That's quite nice. It's quite late as well for a mana dork. It's annoying how there's 2 cards in this pack that we'd happily take with that and the Waxing Moon, but I think we'll just take the Captive here. It's another creature, it's a mana dork. It's more late game. Ooh, there's another Swift Spinner as well. So maybe our colours are open. The packs haven't been that kind. We could take a Mockery of Nature, just like a big creature. Maybe we do. Yeah, let's just take the Emerge creature, just as a way to get like a big card onto the battlefield. Okay, the Crossroads Consecrator came back as well, which makes me think that no one's sort of doing the green humans deck. Yeah, we'll take this Trick. I'll play it. Ooh, another. Okay, maybe our colours are open. I think the Shreds of Sanity card is very, very narrow in its applications. I think like you have to be a very specific deck to want that card. Okay, so we're sort of looking alright moving into pack 3. We get some werewolf payoffs and some more werewolves, then we'll be very happy. Okay, so we have a Fiery Temper, a Quilled Wolf. Quilled Wolf is a very good 2-drop. Spiteful Motives is still playable. Rush of Adrenaline is a good trick. So the choice really is Fiery Temper versus Quilled Wolf, and I think we're going to take Fiery Temper. We have the 2-drop Mana Dork for creature at the moment. We'd love Quilled Wolf to wheel, though I think it's unlikely because someone's in green. There's not much green in this pack. But Fiery Temper is like a premium removal card, so we're going to get rid of this Woodcutter's Grit as well. Okay. For us here, we can pick up another wolf in the Howlpack Wolf. We can also just pick up this Obsessive Skinner. I don't know how likely we are to get Delirium. I suspect not very likely at all. In which case the Howlpack Wolf might be better. We could even pick up this Ravenous Bloodseeker to start enabling madness on some of our cards. I think that's probably a better idea, to be honest. I think we've got the Fiery Temper at the moment as maybe the only madness card. But this is just a pretty good 2-drop as well. So. Ooh, Classic Forge Master. I like Kessie Forge Master. Nice 2-drop. Very difficult to block, especially when it's flipped. Works well with Waxing Moon, it's flip side as well. So I think that's a pretty easy pick up for us here. Okay. So we can take a dual shot of the board, an explosive apparatus, or a reduce to ashes. I think we're going to take reduce to ashes. We don't have much sort of late game at the moment. And reduce to ashes is expensive removal, but it will deal with pretty much anything. Okay, well, the Voldaren Duelist isn't an awful pickup here. It's not a wolf, and we've not seen the werewolf payoff cards, unfortunately, but I think we're just going to take the Howlpack Wolf here. We could conceive of playing Magnetic Chasm if we're going to sort of put a lot of creatures down and attack through. I think we'll just go with the Howlpack Wolf here. Another Voldaren Duelist is the one we want here. If this was the 3/0 First Striker with Flash, I'd have gone with that, but Voldaren Duelist is a pretty good card. Pretty nice way to force through some damage. I think we're going to cut the Crossroads Consecrators as well. We've not got that many humans. Got what, 1, 2... Yeah, we have 2 humans. Otherwise, just 1, 2 for 1. Not exactly the kind of card you want to play. I think we'll take Bribery Patrol here. We have no way of drawing cards, so this could be useful. It's better on curve than any of the cards as well. Okay, Rush of Adrenaline, nice trick. Okay, yeah, so no sort of werewolf payoff cards, so it's just really disappointing. The Howlpack Wolf. Probably not going to play both of them. I think we might take this Mockery of Nature out to the sideboard as well. Should take Structural Distortion. Is there any really important artifacts in the set? I don't know. I prefer to have some artifact removal if I can. Got Epitaph Golems come round, so no one's doing the sort of Crawling Sensation deck. Yeah, I suppose we take another one. Okay, Magic Online likes to do that now. Okay. So we have a 23 cards already, and it's whether we want to play 17 land or 16 land. We could conceivably get away with 16 land because of these 2 Orvenwall Captives, but I feel like that's a risk we don't really want to take. So the emerge cards. Okay, I don't really think there's much in our board we want to play. No. So I think we'll just stick with this 23. It's not really anything fancy. It's going to be a sort of red-green beatdown deck. See how we go. Probably one of my favourite archetypes, to be honest, sort of a Gruul beatdown, so I'll feel right at home. In terms of land, 10-7 feels about right. There's more red cards than green cards, and we have 1 double casting cost for Fiery Temper, so that's fine. I suppose we have activations which are double green and double red. But we have the Orvenwall Captive for that, so yep, happy with that. I'll see you back for round one.